Ciao ragazzi, today we're going to talk about relative pronoun in Italian. Okay, first of all, what's a relative pronoun? In Italian, a relative pronoun is translated with che and cui. In English, relative pronoun is that and who and whom. Okay, let me first give you an example of a pronoun. The book that I read is interesting. So, the pronoun first replaces a noun. The book that I read. That replaces the word book because you don't want to repeat it again. Relative means that it connects two sentences. The book that I read is interesting. The book that I read, the book is interesting. That's what it connects. So the book that I read is interesting. So that's what a relative pronoun is in English. Now, another thing I want to go is the type of pronouns. The one we're going to study today are the relative pronouns che e cui. So, the first thing you need to know is that che is a direct pronoun. What does direct pronoun mean? Direct pronoun means that there's not a preposition in front of it. So, for example, the book that I read is interesting. Il libro che ho letto è interessante. In English, as you can see, you can omit that if you want. But in Italian, you cannot do that. You have to translate that. And it translates with che. Il libro che ho letto è interessante. It also means who and whom, right? So, la persona che ho incontrato oggi era simpatica. The person whom I met today was nice. So far, I mentioned examples in which che is the object. Che can also be the subject of the preposition, but it doesn't really matter for our purposes, but just to show you. The person who spoke was intelligent. La persona che ha parlato era intelligente. I professori che insegnano alla mia scuola sono bravi. The professors who teach at my school are very good. Okay, very, very good. So, as you can see, che, okay, means who, whom, and that, okay, in a relative sentence. So remember that while in English we can omit relative pronoun, in Italian we cannot do that. So rule number one, we have to remember not to omit relative pronoun, okay? Che. Unlike English, that's not an option. It has to be there. Another pronoun that I want to go over is cui. Cui is also a relative pronoun. That means who, that, and whom. However, it is an indirect relative pronoun. What does it mean? Indirect simply means that it's preceded by a preposition. So, say the person with whom I went to Italy is my best friend. With whom? It's better to think of this like with the Old English, in which the preposition is not at the end of the sentence. That would be easier because the construction is the same. So, the person with whom I went to Italy is my best friend. La persona con cui sono andata in Italia è la mia migliore amica. The person with whom I went to Italy is my best friend. La persona con cui sono andata in Italia è la mia migliore amica. Other prepositions, hopefully you remember what the prepositions are, right? They are di, a, da, in, con, su, per, tra, fra. If you're here listening to this lesson, hopefully you know what this preposition means. If not, go back to your grammar book and review it. Anyway, another example with cui, with the preposition, would be the person to whom I spoke. La persona a cui ho parlato. La persona a cui ho parlato era arrabbiata. The person with whom I spoke was angry. The girl for whom he bought a present is his girlfriend. La ragazza a cui ha comprato il regalo è la sua ragazza. Maybe here in English, girl would be a little too young to be a girlfriend, but you know what I mean. So another example would be the child they talk about is their son. Il bambino di cui parlano è loro figlio. So as you can see, we need a preposition in order to use che, cui. Otherwise, if it's not a preposition, we use che. Okay, so remember that rule number 1, okay, a pronoun takes over for a noun, and a relative pronoun also connects to sentences. Okay, so we are reviewing everything now. So for the subject, okay, or object, we have che, una preposition. Il libro che ho letto è interessante. Le scarpe che hai visto sono belle. The book you read is interesting. The shoes you saw are nice. And then you can see I omitted in English that, but in Italian we cannot do that. The person, the woman who spoke today was extremely intelligent. La donna che ha parlato oggi era molto intelligente. So, che, it means who and whom and that, okay, in a relative sentence. Then, if you have a preposition, indirect, we use cui, di, a, da, in, con, su, per, tra, fra, in cui. So, la persona di cui parla sempre è suo figlio. The person about whom he always speaks is his son. Okay? Il libro di cui ti ho parlato è molto molto famoso. The book I talked about is very very famous. So this is just a recap of the relative pronoun. Today we only talked about che and cui, which are the most widely used relative pronouns in Italian conversation. I hope it is clear. If you want to learn more, visit my website www.italianlessonsnysc.com for more information or email me. A presto ragazzi e un bacio.